I'm going to show you how to build the best possible spaceships in Starfield for a new character very early on. Here's what we're going to be doing today in this video. This is the best possible ship builds. The requirements are as follows. You need at least 100,000 credits. That's not really a lot. Do a few story missions, you'll have it. You need to be level 12 or higher because your level is dependent on what you can buy from the ship vendors. You also need to get the Mantis, which if you don't know what that is, I have a video link in the description and I'll talk more about it later on how to get this ship. And you need piloting level 1, which is just one skill point. It's the easiest thing to get. Here's what we're going to be covering in the video. This will be how to build this ship for... You're going to have two ships. One is for storage, so that you can hoard all the items all at once, and also for outposts later on for money and experience, which is not going to be covered in this video. This is not an outpost video, but you will need a storage ship for that if you choose to do so. It's also just nice to have. And you will have a ship for combat and travel. We're going to talk about advanced space combat techniques to be able to cheese any encounter at all. That means you can take on 20 ships at once at level 12 with just an A-class ship. That's right. You can also kill... if you want to be a bad guy, you can kill the level 100 starships that the UC has. This is also how ships actually work. I'm going to tell you the inner workings of ships because a lot of people build ships wrong. This stuff takes days to learn. I'm going to save you all of that time of testing weapons and testing different ship parts and just teach you the best ways. The best crew to use and why, how easy they are to get. Crews are really, really easy in this game. And why you would want to go to the in-game zones very early so that you can farm in-game weapons and gear at the very start and be overpowered and broken. Let's get into it. Before I get too far into the video, I just want to show you something. Early on, there is Crix, and if you look at the top right of the screen, you'll see that this area is occupied by the Crimson Fleet. These are bad guys. As soon as you zone into this area, there's like 20 spaceships, and they'll just nuke you immediately and kill you. If you want to go to any of the high-level zones at the start of the game, which you may think you can't do, but you totally can. I have another video that will get you prepared for that. You have to go through Crix first. So if I want to go to, well, this is not, okay, well, that's an exception. There's a few exceptions, but almost everything goes through Crix. Every single high-level in-game zone that's worth farming or going to or building settlements on or getting in-game gear all go through Crix. This is basically to gatekeep you from getting all the good stuff too early in the game. So, how about I just go to Crix and show you what this video will teach you how to do. Alright, let's jump to Crix. And I'm going to show you how I can defeat their entire fleet by myself in just a Mantis, a Class A ship that you can get in your first 30 minutes of playing the game. Alright, let's allocate more engine power. And, here we go. We're just gonna sail for a bit. Now, there is a lot of ships. Right now, there's only 6 on the radar, but there are way, way more. So, just gonna, you know, speed away here for just a little bit. Alright, just a little bit more. We're about to turn and find them here. I need to do a little bit more engine management. And this ship is not optimally built. I'm using just a standard, badly built ship just to prove that it can be way better and how to do that, but I think that's adequate. So let's turn and target. Let's see, how far away are they? That's 3,000 meters. Yeah, we can start killing them. All right, there we go. So that's dead. Dead also. And yeah, their whole fleet's just dead now. They can't fight back, they can't shoot back, they can't hurt me. Maximum shields, level 14. Okay, well, this one's a little too far. Let's see if there's another one that's closer. No, they're all too far. That's fine. I'm going to lose my momentum, though, but that's fine. I can just tank him at this point. Go ahead and take him down. And I have infinite weapons. I don't run out. My weapons don't get tired. They don't need recharging. I have full shields. I can actually, if I turn, I can reverse. And, yeah, I'm taking a little bit of shield damage here, but it's fine. But normally you come here and you just get obliterated. Okay, missile lock, that's fine. Just kind of get rid of that real quick. And yeah, I'm taking some hits, but missile lock once again, get rid of that. I will talk later how I'm able to do this. Now, I am taking a lot of hits here because I'm not technically reverse fighting. More on that later. I just wanted to show you that as a level, 13, 14 character now, it's It's yeah, it's super easy to do. All right, take them down. And even if I make mistakes, I can just run away and heal. You can also just manually heal. But I'll show you how this fight normally looks for most players. In just a sec. I just want to kill a few more. But yeah, I've taken no hold damage, and yeah, they're all dead. They're all basically dead. So let me show you what the fight normally looks like now. This time we're level 12 with the stock Frontier. I don't know if I have a crew or not. I don't know what skills I have on this saved, but we're just gonna go to Crix again. Standard edition Frontier, and we're gonna just fight like most players would fight. No advanced techniques, no certain types of weaponry or ship mods. And I'm gonna try my damnedest and see how many I can take out before I die. I'm gonna be mashing my heal button. All right, let's power up engines. Let's get one more to lasers, and we're ready to fight. Now look at all these targets. There are so many targets. I'm just getting shot by everything everywhere, and my shields are starting to drain. I'm barely hurting this thing. All my weapons are dry except for ballistics. I'm now halfway dead. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna spam heals. Okay, yes, my ship is damaged. Push O to heal, which is a really weird button. I'm boosting away. I'm trying to dodge. And yeah, look at how many targets that are just surrounding me. And like, what am I gonna do? What, get behind one guy while the other 18 just ram me in the I don't know what it's called, the rear end of the ship. Again, I'm getting killed here. I opened my inventory, level 12, whatever. You know, I'm panicking, I'm dead. So this video will teach you to have that never ever happen to you in any encounter ever again. Just watch the whole video. You'll be more enlightened once you do. Let's begin. First, I'm going to teach you how to build the combat ship because it's super easy to do. It's completely painless, and it's really cheap, and most of you guys don't even need or want this storage until much later. I'll let you know when we start talking about the storage ship so you can skip it if you don't want to learn it, but this is very important. So we have 126,000 credits here, and we do need to learn piloting 1. There we go. Now, ship thrusters, you may not realize what that is, but what that allows you to do is do a twisting kind of turn maneuver so that you're reversing while maintaining boosted speed. This means you can run away from opponents and shoot them at the same time. And this is what I did in the first clip of the Starfight for a little bit until I decided to just tank them. But that is very important. Without that, you cannot do really hard encounters. And I'll teach you how to do it. It's really simple on keyboard. I don't know if it will be easy on console. So let's begin. I've got the Mantis. Again, to get the Mantis, all you have to do... I have a video in the link in the description that is a massive, massive guide that teaches you how to get it in under 30 minutes on a brand new character. But essentially, to start, you're going to go to the Sol system here. And, well, hello, Sol system? Can you let me click you? There you go. And you're going to go to this Nova Galactic Star Yard. And before you do this, change your difficulty. Open your options menu. This is very important. Go to settings, go to gameplay, change your difficulty to very hard because this increases the drop chance. You're going to go there and you're going to kill spacers until they drop a secret note, which you'll then find under notes. You'll read that, and then it will give you, it'll open up a quest location to Denibola something. I forget the name, but I'll show you. It's pretty far out. It's, yeah, Denibola. It's all the way out here. So you go to Denibola, and you'll have, I honestly, without the quest, I don't remember which planet it's on, but the quest marker will tell you which planet to go to and which secret hideout to go to. And after you beat that dungeon, you'll get this ship. It's very important that you have this ship for a few reasons I'm going to explain right now. Reason number 1 is that it gives you tier 3 engines, which are very vital for being able to max our speed and maneuverability so that we can reverse thrust and still fire at targets, you know, while we retreat and stay out of their range. The second reason is that the Mantis, which for whatever reason it's called the Razor something in the menu. What's it called? It's called Razor Leaf. It's named Razor Leaf here, but it's called the Mantis by every character in the game. And by having the Mantis, you passively have these extra encounters where spacers and pirates will be afraid of you. They'll run from you. They'll give you your stuff. They'll give you their stuff in fear that you don't kill them. There's a lot of special interactions you'll get with this ship. And even if you modify it to what we're about to do, you get to keep that passive power. So that's why it makes this ship way better than the Star Eagle, way better than the Narwhal, way better than anything you can buy or build, and it's so simple to build. Let's teach you how to do it. So we are here on New Atlantis. It's basically the first city that you come to in the game. And, New Atlantis right here I'll show you just in case you forgot, Alpha Centauri. You click Alpha Centauri, or whatever it is on controller. You go up here to Jemison, and then you go to the New Atlantis right here. And it's going to put you right in front of your ship. You're going to talk to this guy right here, who's next to the kiosk. His name is Ship Service Technician. You're going to click, I'd like to view and modify my ships.
How about it?
And make sure you save before you do this. Then you're going to click Ship Builder or push the B button, whatever it is on console. And it's showing that I've never done this before on this save. That's fine. And we're going to build the ship. I'm going to give you a fast version and a hyper detailed version for those that are short on time. The hyper fast version is just equipping the right weapons. So what we're going to do is we're going to strip this of all of its weapons. So we have a flare laser there. We're going to delete that. And don't worry, we're getting refunded everything we delete. It's not like we lose it or it disappears. We're getting refunded, all right? So that is all the weapon systems. I'm going to make sure I'm not hovering over anything and push G. I'm going to go to weapons, and we're going to put on 4 Disruptor 3300 electron beams. They're only 1800 without commerce, I believe. And just put 4 of them down. So there's 1, and you can also duplicate it to make it faster. 2, 3, and again, the last one, if you want to be picky about it, it doesn't really matter. But here, let's just put that one there. There we go. 4 weapons, you're done. And that's like 2,000 credits. Whoop-de-doo. You're done. This thing is combat ready. You're good to go. But if you want to really min-max it, let me show you how to do that. I'm going to make this as simple as possible to follow along with. So feel free you could slow the video down or rewind it and rewatch this part, but it's really, really simple. We're going to take the cockpit, rip it off the ship, put it over here on the side, and we're going to spin the camera around, grab the landing bay, just grab its butt, yoink that out. That's right, we've yoinked the head and the butt out. We're going to delete the cockpit and its missile attachment because we won't be using missiles. We're going to push G, and we're going to scroll through the top here until we find cockpits. We're going to get the Magellan C1 cockpit, and then we're going to, first off, take the landing, and then we're going to push L to flip, or Z to flip it. There we are. And we're going to take this cockpit, and then lower it down, and attach it. There we go. It is now attached. So this is now an item here. Next up, we're going to rip out, down here we have this Captain's Quarters 2x1. We're going to take that and delete it. We don't need it. There we go. All right, and then we're going to push G, and we're going to replace that instead with a companionway 1x1. There we are. And then we're going to put that on the bottom. Next up, we're going to push G once again, and we're going to go to the Deimos all-in-one berth, and then arrow to the right side until we get to the control station for 4 crew members. There we are. Then we're going to put that on the top. All right, very nice. Now later on, if you want to have an 8-man crew and you have all the spec points, you just remove the companionway and you add another control station. That's all you do. But right now, because you can't use 4 crew members, or you will be able to use 4 crew members pretty early, but you won't be able to use 8. So that's it for the core right there. Simple stuff. Next up, we're just going to attach everything the way it was. And so this goes right here up front. This one also, the landing gear will go right here up at the frontmost. Go ahead and remove the pulse laser turrets. Be careful not to remove anything else because sometimes it bugs out. And then right behind these landing gears, you'll put the landing gear ports right there next to them. Very cool. Awesome stuff. Then you'll just add everything on top. So we're going to go ahead and take this reactor. We're not using this reactor, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and delete this reactor. Push G, go to reactors, and we're going to actually purchase this one. The reason we're purchasing the 134mm Toro Deal reactor is because it has 2 more power generated. This does not unlock until you are character level 12, so make sure that you're 12, put it right up top there. There we go. And then this shield generator, we're also going to replace that. This one is only 390 shields. Let me go ahead and push G. And then we're going to use this one here, the Marduk. You know, the character from Tekken, if anyone remembers that. And because it has slightly more shields. So we're gonna buy that one. And then we're going to put it right on top. There we go. Go ahead and delete that shield. Then we're gonna take the Slim Docker. We're gonna slam it onto the bottom there. If it's a little bit hard sometimes to get the camera working, but we're gonna take that and then pop it on the bottom. Very nice. All right. Next up, we don't have any use for this armory, so just get rid of it. We don't have any use for this cowling force, so get rid of that. You're going to take the engines, these big boy engines, the Ares DT60s, these are the tier 3 engines, and slap them on the sides. Just like that. And then what do we have here? This is the grav drive, so we're going to take the grav drive, and then you can slap it on top, just like that. That way we're more compact. And then you're going to take the fuel tank, put that back there, put this shielded cargo hold, put it on, you know, on the bottom, just like we had it. We don't need these weapons, so you can go ahead and delete these auto electron beams. You can also delete the weapon mounts, delete the bracers, and delete the White Dwarf engines. We don't need them. And let me tell you why we don't need any more engines. So here's how this works. 100 mobility down here in the bottom right, that's the highest a ship can get. 150 top speed, that's the highest a ship can get. If you're putting more engines on this thing, these numbers do not go up, but your power increases to reach top speed. I know this sounds counterintuitive, believe me. If you put a whole bunch of engines, you can get all the bars all the way to the top, and then when you're playing, you will reach top speed when you have all the bars to the top. If you reference the first clip in my video, you'll notice that. But if you do it this way, and your engines have top speed maxed out and mobility maxed out, with as little bars as possible, if I just allocate 4 power bars, I hit 150 top speed. And I boost just as long, for just as long, and it recharges just as quickly. Now, real quick, I just want to see something if I can remove these. I don't think I can. I can, so I don't even need those, really. But, you know what? I like them on there because that's where I put my weapons. So, they're staying. Now, this thing is almost done. This thing is almost 100% complete. You'll see it has 3 warnings here because we don't have weapons, essentially. So we're going to push G, and here's the reason why we're going to choose these weapons. The weapon of choice is the Disruptor 3300 Electron Beam. Not the auto, just the regular. And you're going to put 4 of these bad boys on. Let me show you how we're going to do that, because there's only 3 weapon slots. We're going to zoom out a bit, and just to show you the 3 weapon slots. Well, there we go. Let's grab that. Move it up a little bit more. So you put one there, there, and there. You can't even really put one there. We can fix that. So I'm going to just remove the weapon for now. Push G. We're going to go to, at the top here, we're going to go to, where is it? Structural. There we go. Once we have structural selected, you're going to go and scroll down to Deimos Spine C4, I think. Hold on. Let me move the menu so you can see this a little bit better. I believe it's, yes, Deimos Spine C4 right here. And we're going to click that. We're going to flip it. Just like that. And I'm actually going to move the shields back one. Put this right up top just like that. There we go. Now that's a pretty, that's a very pretty little area right there. And then we're going to go back to weapons. And there's a reason we have this, all right? I'll show you in just a sec, because we're going to add another weapon. Disruptor 3300 Electron Beam. So we're going to stick it. Come on. Come on. Go on. Don't be shy. There it goes. Dupe that over there. Dupe that. Not in the middle, because it won't fit. We got to raise it up. Not in the middle. No, no, no. I mean, you could, but it's not symmetrical. The cool thing about this ship is it's symmetrical, so if you have OCD. Alright, so we have the Disruptor 3300 Electron Beams. And right now, this ship is only costing 20,000. This is the best ship in the game that you're going to get for quite a while. And yet, here's the thing. Later on, you can upgrade the shields, you can upgrade the engine, you can upgrade your reactor. You're going to kill everything anyway. This thing kills level 100 ships, no problem. And now, let me explain why we chose this weapon. I want to explain. The range on this weapon is incorrect. It says range 3,500. It's a range of 4,000. The longest ranged weapon in the game is the missiles, also at 4,000. This one is actually 4,000 range. They might patch it. If they do, it doesn't matter. What this means is that with this weapon, you outrange all other ships in the game. And here's the thing. These things, they deal 12 hull, 12 shield damage. They constantly fire, and you have 4 of them. They will never run out of energy. They will never stop shooting. You have a constant DPS, and you never let up. Also, with the right crew members and if you level up your character, they deal insane amounts of damage. You saw in the first clip, I was melting every single ship in seconds and without stopping. It was so easy. That's why we have this weapon. And later on, this same weapon appears down the list, maybe kind of like that. It deals slightly more damage. Like this is the Disruptor 33400 Alpha Beam. It's the same weapon. It deals 38 instead of 13. I believe. Wait, fire rate 1.3. No, that's not right. Let me make sure. You have to look at the fire rate. Later on, there will be Disruptor Beams with a 3.49 fire rate with a range of 3,500. And they'll just deal more damage. So you can upgrade to those, but you don't need to. You really don't. Anyway, let's add one more weapon to this for those of you that do not want to kill a ship, because these weapons are so powerful and fire so fast, you're not going to, unless you use targeting mode and you're very delicate, you're not going to be able to board ships because you'll just kill them. So what you're going to use instead is where is it at? It's, yeah, this one right here, the Spark 750 suppressor. Now this is 10k. All right, this bad boy, you're gonna slap it. Hold on, can it go in the middle? Yes, it can go in the middle. There we go. Yeah, just slap it right there. Or you can put it up top. I like to put it up top because it looks really cool. It looks like a little, I don't know, megaphone or something. But you can put wherever the heck you want. It's your choice. And then we're done. That's 30.5k without commerce. When you have commerce, it's much cheaper. And wait, we have one error. The ship has weapons that must be assigned to group. Yeah, of course. So to do that, you're going to hit your flight check, go to weapons. Weapon 0 is left click. We're going to do disruptors. Weapon 1 is right click. There we go. And we're basically done. And now there's one warning saying that, well, we have a missing weapon assignment. You don't need 3 weapons. I don't need them. Because these will fire forever, and then if you want to disable a ship, you simply use your Spark 750 suppressor. And that's to board ships and to steal items and kill people and steal ships and all that fun stuff. But it's done. The ship is 100% done. There's nothing more to add to it. You have max mobility, max top speed, the lowest mass possible. You also have the fact that it is the Mantis, so you have all of the passive buffs from the Mantis. You have a high jump range. Speaking of, I think we could actually do a better grav drive. That's 9 and 16. Yeah, let's do a better grav drive. I think level 12 lets us have a better grav drive. That beats 9 and 16. There's 9 and 19. 9 and 20. Yeah, so the R2000 Alpha grav drive. So we'll put that there, yoink this bad boy out. It's just like Legos. You just slap it in there, and there we go. The final cost, 35.8k credits. That's so easy to get. And we're done. We have an amazing super ship now with a jump range of 24. This thing, now the cargo is low. You're going to be like, 360, kilograms, that's actually quite a lot. No, it's not. It's not a lot. Anyway, let's go ahead and we are going to accept now. There we go. Done. That is our combat ship. So the reason I have the loading door in the front and not the back is because anytime you go to a town and you have to run to your ship because you're over encumbered or whatever, you want to be able to just enter it as fast as possible. If you have it in the back, you got to run all the way around the ship, every single planet, and then enter through the back door, and that sucks. That is not fun. That is not cool. But this ship is small. It's lightweight. So let me just show you how to maneuver now before we talk about how to build the storage ship. Now this is without 0 crew members buffing your ship at all, and you'll notice here that I have perfect power allocation. Full power to weapons, full power to engines, full power to shield in combat. Obviously, if you're grav jumping, you take 2 from engine, and you put 2 in grav, and you can travel anywhere. It doesn't matter. So, here, let's take it back out of the grav. So, full power to engines, only 4 little notches. You're like, wow, you're going to be real slow. No. This, look at our speed, our top speed. This is without the ability to go faster here. 149, and then when we boost, look at that. Look how long the boost is. Look how far we're boosting. Look how fast we're boosting. Look at that. We almost hit 600. And look how fast it recharges. It's already back up. So let me start teaching you how to do advanced combat maneuvers now. Also, check out the weapons. I'm just going to look at this. I'm hitting with 4 lasers constantly. It never ends. I will never run out of this, ever. And if weapons are damaged, well, this is where the crew members come in. If weapons are damaged because you have full-powered weapons, it'll repair when you have Barrett on board. Same goes for your engine, same goes for your shield. You'll always be repairing those 3 constantly. If your grav gets damaged after the fight, you can reallocate power and have it repaired. It's not a big deal. But again, this is just completely, absolutely busted. So let me teach you how to fly this thing so that you can snipe and outrange everything and win any fight. Here is how to defeat missile lock. Use your boost, which will break the missile lock. Then immediately use your brakes so you don't waste your boost. And then the enemy can't missile lock you again for 2 seconds. You get used to it. It's real simple to do. And this is what it looks like. So for those on PC, it's the S key. For console, it's I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, but I push shift to boost and then I push S to cancel. So it looks like this. Like you can just spam. Look, I can spam it all I want. Like I'm just hitting shift and S at the same time, and I'm immune to missile lock forever. I can never be missile locked. I can never be locked on. I can never have my components targeted. This breaks the game. Now, real quick, there is a way to break the game even further. And where is it at? I think it is engine systems, maybe. While boosting, all enemies disengage the player and can only require them as a target after the player stops boosting. So once you have level 4 engine systems, you can never be targeted or shot at ever again. So I can just shoot at an enemy and sit here and spam the S key and the shift key. They will never shoot back, even with lasers. They can't. I basically become a ghost for 2 seconds, and because I'm hitting this 4 times a second, it's impossible for them to lock on. But that requires some leveling up to do. I'll talk a little bit later on how you can quickly level up all the ship stuff. It's super simple, and it will not lock you into a faction or force you down a quest line that you don't want to do. Next up here is how to fly at top speed in reverse. You can't do this while boosting, but boosting does help, and the camera just decided to change. So, you boost away from the enemy. You completely in a straight line away from them, not perpendicular, not at an angle, 180 degrees away from them. So they're right behind you, shooting your back. Hold the space bar once you've got enough space between you and the enemy. You want to fly more than like 4,000 meters away because they're going to catch up 1,000 meters by the time you turn around, depending on your piloting level. But as you turn around, you're going to hold space bar, which activates your thrusters. And at around 90 degrees, you're going to hold the S key, which is the reverse button. So as you turn, you're going to start reversing. It's kind of like a J-turn when you're driving, you know, like in action movies. Once you're facing the enemy, you have to continue to hold S and spacebar. If you let up for a second, you will lose a lot of your speed. So let me demonstrate now how it works. So let's say these guys here, let's say the UC Mule. Let's say that's a bad guy. Oh no, okay, so I'm going to turn away from him. You can also go into this mode. I'm just going to boost away. I'm just going to boost away at top thrust speed. So I'm running away from the enemy, and I've run enough away. I'm going to hold thrusters and S and turn, and there we go. So now I'm holding S and thrusters, and now I can reverse away from the UC Mule while firing. Because the AI is stupid, they will blindly chase after you always. And also because I'm no longer boosting, they will boost to catch up to you, which means they will eventually get in range. But by the time they hit 4,000 meters, they can't shoot you, and we can shoot them while we're reversing. It's going to take them a very long time to get within firing range. And if they do get into firing range, and if they do start hurting your shields, guess what? You just stop. You're already moving in the other direction. You just turn around and do it again. You boost away, wait for your shields to come back, do the same thing, and there you go. You can see in the bottom left corner, I'm reversing at 150 kilometers per hour, or I think that's kilometers, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but I've ran away so far from them now, and I can continue to hold this speed basically indefinitely, right? And then when I let go, there it is. So if I try to reverse normally without doing this technique, here's our top speed for reversing. It is 30. That's as fast as it gets. Even with thrusters, I can hold thrusters, and now it's only 57, 58. at 59, and it, you know, it doesn't matter what buttons I'm pushing or any kind of maneuvers I'm doing here. I'm only going about half as fast, which the enemy will be able to catch up to you more quickly. So there you go. That's how to reverse and fight your enemy while backpedaling so that you can kill them. And remember, these lasers have 4,000 meter range. That's your range. So I want to show you, you know, more difficult fights than the pirates. How about the UC? How about we piss off some long swords? Here we go. Or that's a bank. Dude, killing the bank transporters, big money. Big money. So let me make sure that I've got full power to engines before we begin our hostile fight here. Get a little bit more range on these long swords. I don't want to fight them up close. They're pretty fast, long swords are. They're one of the fastest ships that you'll fight for quite a while until the very end of the game. But we're just gonna, you know, anger the bee's nest, and then we're gonna skedaddle on out and use the same technique that I just showed you. And here we go. It's gonna boost away. And yes, we're going to take some damage. We're going to take some hits. Our shields can handle it. It's fine. And without a crew, it's not as easy to do. But we can get it. We can get it done. I'm just kind of swiveling around. Right now, there's a longsword above me that's keeps getting a little close. I'm going to pop a heal. Enemy missile locked on? Not anymore. Just boost away. It's fine. Just continue boosting. Continue running away. Shields are damaged. That's fine. Again, that long sword, we're 2,700 meters away. Wait for it to boost, wait for it to missile lock. None of them are missile locking anymore because I'm too far. There's only one that's kind of close, but we're just going to boost away. There we go, we're at 3,400, 500, 700 meters away. You want to just keep boosting away from them until they aren't shooting you anymore, and your shields can fully regenerate. That's how you know you're out of sight of all of their weapon ranges. Missile lock? No, I don't think so. I'm going to also heal the hole once again. And again, you're not supposed. This is an unwinnable fight. This is supposed to be unbeatable. This is supposed to be impossible to beat, especially as a level 12 with a little A-class ship, right? And without any crew members. All right, we're still getting shot at by one person, and his weapons are dry. His weapons are overheated. So we're gonna again boost away. Just keep boosting away. Now, what's gonna happen is they don't stop chasing you. They will never stop chasing you. All right, just get a little bit more range. Maybe. Alright. And we're going to now about face, hold our thrusters. So now we're reversing. And we got this one UC Rambler here. And he's out of range. I don't want to let up my speed yet, but it's the only target right now, so might as well. We're just going to fly towards him. Boost a little bit, get within 4,000 meters is firing range there. 4,000 meters? Look at their HP. Starting to drop. They can't fight back. Now, here comes everyone else behind them. Alright, there we go. Next target. And again, we can melt like 3 or 4 targets before we need to reverse again. There we go. And Trader Atlas, also hostile. And yes, we can kill the whole fleet this way. It's ridiculous. As long as missile lock, I'm gonna boost and then I'm gonna brake, and I'm taking a lot of hits here, so I gotta reverse now. We gotta boost back. We're getting a little too close to the bee swarm here, so we're just flying to the sun, which is not impossible to do, by the way. Can't do it. Missile lock, hit the brakes. Missile lock, hit the brakes. Missile lock, hit the brakes. Missile lock, hit the brakes once again. Okay, I just lost shields, that's fine. You know, they catch up to you, so we're gonna boost some more. Just gonna get away.
Can't get away from me.
Yes, I can. That's the whole point of the build, is to be able to get away. Now, the only bad thing about this strategy is looting all the bodies. If you're doing this for loot, I don't recommend it because it takes a while to fly back and collect everything. It really does. Alright, we're just going to continue to boost away until our shields are 100%. That means they cannot shoot us at all. But we took out 3 ships so far, and we're fine. We're completely fine, right? Alright, one more boost. I think one more boost will do it. Alright, and thrusters activate. There's only one hostile target within radar range now. Where? Oh, there they are. They're a little out of range, though. Okay, I don't have to do reverse. I went a little too far. 5,000 meters, 4,500. And start firing at 4,000. There we go, just take him down. Almost got him. And there's the longsword. Look at that. That's a level 30 ship. That is a military vessel, and we're just gonna destroy it. Should be able to take it down. Get it halfway dead. Check out the XP we're about to get for this thing. Boom, 120. It's not a lot, but again, our shields are at 54. There we go. Take this one out, and I mean, again, you can take the whole fleet out this way. It's ridiculous. There's another longsword. I think we might have to start reversing some more to kill this one, but look, we're basically out of range. I'm just kind of zigzagging around. There's a phalanx. Oh boy, they got the phalanxes out. And look at them, we're taking a level 32 phalanx. Oh, it's starting to go that way. Alright, what else we got? A Galbank Hulker. Hulky boy. Again, I can't just reverse forever because I'm only reversing at 50. So they're starting to flank me. Now I gotta start reversing again. I don't know what we're flying towards here, but it's something. Let's see, that Hulker is 4,700 away. Okay, it's starting to heal its shield, so let's reverse and fire on it. There we go. Take that down. And again, we're reversing at 150 right now. I am out of range of everybody. And oh, I flew too fast for the Hulker. Its engines are dead. If their engines die, they can't chase you anymore. So you have to kind of fly a little bit closer and finish them off. But they'll be waiting for you when you're done. Whereas this, oh dude, that one's so close. Don't get close to those. They will melt you fast. They will melt you so fast you can't get close to them. They'll just kill you straight up. But evasive maneuvers. This will lock? Nope, not today. I'm out of repairs. I should have bought more, but you get the idea, right? You get the idea. If you can eventually kill the whole fleet this way. It's ridiculous. No crew, level 12 starter ships. Let's talk about crew members. Now, I'm going to say right now that if you play a bad guy, you can't use these crew members. And they're part of the main story, so I'm not going to really tell you where to get them because people hate spoilers, but here it is. Vasco is the robot, you know, that little robot you get at the very start. He gives you a bonus to shield health, and he gives you 1 extra reactor power notch. Super broken ability because it's a tier 4 ability. Barrett also has the fact that he can repair the whole ship way faster, especially when you have Taskmaster, which you pick at the start of the game. Like, there's no reason not to have Barrett at all times on your ship forever. Andrea is a huge DPS boost until you get to rank 4 particle beams, but until then she gives you rank 3 particle beams, and it's a massive damage boost. I showed you the damage that we did with no crew, and with her, it's so much faster. It's like 60% faster. Sarah is required to travel further early on once you have a really powerful ship with you know, better engines and warp drives and all that stuff. You don't need her, but at the start of the game, if you want to go to the level 75 red zones and farm gear, then you have to have her on your ship. Oh, I also forgot Barrett also boosts your particle beam DPS, and yes, it stacks with Andrea. Finally, here's the in-game crew you should shoot for. Is it Andrea or Andrea? I don't know. Barrett, Vasco, Amari, Andromeda, Raphael, Marika, and the generic shield or particle beam specialists. That is 8 crew members in your ship. Now, to get 8 crew members, you simply have to just replace the 1x2 hab with another 1x2 hab. Just add it to your ship. Pretty easy to do, and there you go, 8 crew members. Before we move on to storage ships, let's talk about how to level up all your piloting stuff super quickly. So, we're going to go to New Atlantis. It's the first town that you visit. You should know how to get there. It is in Alpha Centauri. So let's go ahead and go there. You're going to go to the Mast District, by the way, but I'm going to show you how to get there from just the regular New Atlantis, because some people might be following this guide as, you know, as they go, or maybe me 10 years from now will want to play this game again and I'll have forgotten every single thing that I know. So I'm going to show you from the spaceport how to get there. We're going to run forward, take a little slight left, and what we're going to do is we're going to be playing or doing a flight simulation that's basically the actual game, and it treats leveling up your flight stuff as the actual game. So, and I'm going to teach you how to get it where you don't have to join the faction that is in charge of the flight sim. I'm going to make sure you don't brick your game and get locked out of the flight sim. So we're going to take the transit car. You're going to go to the Mast District. This is the quickest way to get here. And here we go. It's a little bit of loading screen. You guys can hit the right arrow key if you want and skip it, but you don't get to listen to me ramble, and that's part of the fun. Alright, here we are. Now, the first thing you do when you exit the, whatever this is, the tram, is you're going to face left. That person's cleaning the window. I've never seen them do that. That's funny. Anyway, you're going to take the elevator, and you're going to go to Tuala's office, the lobby / Commander Tuala's office, because we're going to talk to him, and we're going to pretend to be his friend and enlist. And we're going to talk to him and tell him that we want to join the Vanguard. We're not actually joining, though. And just skip his dialogue to join it. Here we go. Okay, what do I need to do next? And he's going to tell you to go to the elevator to the orientation hall. There you go. So, we're all set. This elevator, by the way, the one we just left. And now we're going to go to Vanguard Orientation Hall. There it is. Then we're going to read one of these little computer terminals to register. And, just like anything else, you don't really read the whole thing. You just hit I agree and then move on. Now we're going to run through this and go to the flight training. Very cool. Past all the, historical stuff in the game. You can look at it if you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't give you piloting skill ups. You get to the elevator at the end here, and then we're going to hit the piloting simulator. Now, before you begin any of the pilot sim stuff, you want to make sure that you actually have points into stuff. So, I have 1 point into piloting, so I need to destroy 5 ships to get level 2, which will increase turning and maneuverability, which is huge. All the footage I showed in today's video is without level 2 unlocked, so that you can see, it's even faster for turning and reversing and all that kind of fun stuff. But you really want to unlock engine systems. If you followed my fast start guide, you should have enough points in security plus level 1 piloting to put 1 point into engine systems. This is very important to max out for ship combat, especially rank 4. And then shields are very important, so put a point into that. And that way you can level all of this stuff up at once as you play. Targeting systems, if I had a skill point, I could put 1 into here. I don't, so don't mind me. I'm just going to do a little bit of cheat, just real quick. And yes, the game's warning me not to cheat, whatever. Alright, player.set level 13. We're level 13 now. So now we can put a point into targeting controls. And to level that up, we got to destroy 5 enemy ships. And here we go. Again, you don't have to cheat. I'm just doing it for demonstrative purposes to show you that we can level all of this stuff up all at the same time. And I don't know why it's telling me to go there when we need to be going to this little simulation pod. Enter simulation. And, you're basically, you get like a spaceship to fly around in. Sit in the chair. And I'm not going to show you the full sim, but what I'm going to tell you to do, so you don't soft lock it. Here's the thing. There are 6 tiers that you need to do, or to complete. Let's crank up weapons, crank shields up. There we go. You can just sit here and be a turret. That's all you have to do. It's so easy. And there's 6 tiers. Do not complete all 6 tiers. Get to tier 4, let them kill you, and then reset and rinse and repeat. So, here we are. I swear I had targeting system. Okay, we're locking. So, you want to make sure that when you kill a target, that you use target lock to kill them, by the way. Oh, I'm not spamming missiles. I should probably spam missiles on them. Oh, oops. Anyway, we just leveled up shield systems. So, you cannot enter the menu. You can't open your inventory during the simming, by the way. So, let's just bang this guy out real quick. And he's a little tanky, but it's whatever. Let our weapons recharge. And it's fine to take damage. It's fine. Don't worry about it too much. Alright, let's kill him with lock on. We're gonna hit R to do lock. and just fire all your weapons, make sure he dies. That way you get target lock XP. And then I'm just going to exit targeting mode. There we go. Now I'm going to exit the chair here just to show you the progress. I'm not going to actually do the full sim, but do not complete all 6 tiers. Die at tier 4, let it reset, leave the chamber, and then re-enter. So I'm going to exit the simulator. It's going to be like, hey, what are you doing? Just exit the simulator, and then when you re-enter, you get to start over, and you have, like, the tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 will give you a bunch of targets to shoot at to level super quick, but just doing that one thing, I got the destroy 5 ships, 1 out of 5, you can see it's completed there. Targeting controls, 1 out of 5, destroy 5 enemy ships. In targeting mode, I didn't do any boosts, I forgot, but I should be hitting the shift key to do some boosts while in combat. And shield systems. I took a bunch of damage. Look at that. It's already ready to level up in just tier 1. So it's super easy to level up your piloting by doing the sims. Now here's the great thing about it, right? I'm not part of the Vanguard. If you go to the quest menu and go to faction, you know, we haven't officially become part of the Vanguard yet. We're just using them. Technically you're using the United Colonies, I guess, for the pilot sim. But we're not part of the United Colonies, we're not part of the Vanguard. We could just walk away. And also, but if you decide to continue this little quest chain because you don't want it clogging up your quest lines, you can tell him that you had second thoughts, that you don't want to join, but that might lock you out of this, I'm not sure. But just leave this like it is, don't advance this quest line, and you will forever be able to access the simulation so you can level everything up as much as you want. It's super simple and easy. Now let's talk about building the best storage ship. So again, talk to the ship man here, and ship services tech, and then what you're going to do, whoops, wrong answer choice there. Let me view and modify ships. Okay. That's the right choice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the Frontier into our mule. This thing will never be flown. This thing will never, ever, ever see space. At least canonically, not by us. If you're a role player, one of your crewmates will be the one piloting it to and from, you know, your outposts. But we're going to turn this into a massive, massive storage dump that you can remote access on any time you want, so that you can just have infinite storage, essentially. This one, we're going to start from scratch. We're not going to add it to it. So we're going to delete every single thing the Frontier has, and then we will start from there. And it will be kind of a similar but way cheaper build. We're going to push G, and we're going to start with not the cargo bay, just the regular bay. We're going to use, it doesn't really matter which one we use, but this one is cheaper because we ripped it from the Frontier, so we're going to use that because cheap is good. Next up, and again, it doesn't really matter that the cargo bay is facing forward because we're not ever really going to enter the ship. And next up is the cockpit. You need the Magellan C1 cockpit. Go ahead and raise that up, click it right in there. Next up, we're going to do all of the fundamentals. Now, for this to work, you have to put a hab here, even though we're never going to use it. So we're just going to throw a hab connecting to the cockpit and also connected to the landing bay. That way, the error in flight check goes away. Next up, we're going to add a reactor because it won't let us do anything else. We need a 4-point connecting reactor. So we're going to slide that on the bottom level right down there. Same thing with the grav drive. Now, the grav drive, as you continue to play, because this is a ship you will improve over time as storage demands rise. So you want your grav drive to be easily accessible and interchangeable at all times. So you could put this on the bottom, or you could just put it right here on the top. You just got to remember where it's at. I'm going to put mine on the top. For the ship's shielding, again, we're never going to use it, so use the cheapest thing possible. We're just going to use what we pulled off of the Frontier. Just throw it on top for now. You might have to move this position as you upgrade your ship. More on that later. Now, let's build the skeleton of the ship for now, and this will just get bigger and bigger as you get stronger reactors, or, I'm sorry, stronger grav drives. Your grav drive, actually, we need to not use the cheapest grav drive. I'm sorry, let's remove that and then change it. Because grav drives, the bigger ones, allow you to basically make or store more stuff. We want the one with 20 grav jump thrust. Slide that in there, delete this one. And like I said, as you level up, you'll get better and better grav drives, so you can get more and more storage. But let's do the skeletons now. And that is structural, so switch to structural. We're going to scroll all the way down, and we're looking for, I'll scroll up a little bit, Nova Bracer. It's only 400. And we're going to be putting a bunch of these on the upper layer here. So there's 1, dupe that, 2, dupe it again for 3. There we go. We have our main spine. Next up, we're going to scroll up from Nova Bracer, and we're looking for... It's kind of like a, yeah, Deimos Bracer A. And we're going to attach that to the first part here of the ship. Or you could do the second part, but I like the first part. And we're going to just do 1 there, duplicate it, and put 1 on the other side. And then we're going to do, again, the Nova Bracers. And we're going to do that all the way down until it's nice and symmetrical. Just like this. And then again on the other side. So, just like that. And there we go. We have our basic skeleton imprint for our hauler. And you can expand this, you can widen this, and you could raise this. You can go upwards as well. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But first, we still need a few things until this thing is flyable. So we're going to go ahead and swap to engines, and we're just going to put down the cheapest engine, which would be this white dwarf one because we pulled it from the Frontier. And we're just going to slap it. Oh, I'm messing up here. I'm trying to move the camera. We're going to slap this one just right there on the edge. Yes, it doesn't make sense to be there. Again, the AI or the game will fly it for us. Next up, we're going to do fuel tanks, and we're going to pull the cheapest one we can, the one off the Frontier, which I don't know why it gets thrown right there, but we're going to flip it around and stick it right there on that end. There we go. So that is now complete. Next up, we need to do the, what is it called? The landing gears. So here we go. Now you want your beefy boy landing gears right here, this first one, landing gear port. You want these on the outer edges here, just like that. There we go. And I'm just putting 1 there. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it, and then we're going to put 1 right there. There we go. Next up, we're going to put inner landing gears. I like to put it in the facing the spine side, just like that. Duplicate that. Nope, don't duplicate that one. Duplicate this one. There we go. So right now we have 1 error. Let's see what it says. Ship is missing a docker. Of course. So here's the thing with the docker, right? Is you're going to stack your habs for your docker. Because you can't put it on the... Well, maybe we can put it on the low end. I forget. Let's try. Let's get our docker. And there it is. We're going to try doing the slim docker top, put it on the bottom. No, we can't. Can't put it on the bottom. So what we're going to do... And we can't put it on the top because of the shield here. So I could put the shield elsewhere. I don't think I can, actually. No. I don't have a shield that can attach to this bottom one. Otherwise, I would put it there. Let's actually see. I don't think at level 12 you get those shields yet. Let's see. Level 12. No. Only port and starboard attachments besides the top ones. No bottom shields. So what we're going to do is we need to build 1 more hab on up top. For now. Just go hab. Put another companion away. That's fine. I know it's ugly, but who cares? You're not ever actually going to really use it. Again, it's just for storage. And now we can go to... Where is it? The docker. Come on, docker. Am I not seeing it? Docker, where are you? Am I blind? I know I'm blind. Habs, reactor shield, structural cockpits, engines, fuel. It's not there. I'm going to close the menu and reopen it. It's got to be there. Reactor, shield, structural weapons, bays, cargo, cockpit, dockers. There it is. Slim docker top. Slap that bad boy. Raise it up, put it right on the top, and then there we go. Now we're flight ready. Now we're ready to stack this with cargo. I'm going to teach you why and how we're going to do that. Now, the reason I went with this layout is we're going to be using the Caravel cargo holds. It doesn't hold not quite as much as the big ones, but it takes up way less space, allowing us to just build more of these landing gears and whatnot. So it's just so much more reliant and efficient. So let's start stacking cargo. Right now we're at 18,000 cost, and we're going to just throw them down. Let's lower down. There we are. And then dupe, and then dupe. And then we're going to dupe the other side by flipping it. There it is. Dupe that one, and then you just rinse and repeat, really. It's we're going to fill up the cargo here. And now we have an error. Let's see what the error is. Too few landing gears. All right. So what that means is, well, what we want to do is we want to continue building. We'll worry about the landing gear problem later. And go ahead and basically try to do this. Oops, I didn't mean to undo it. I meant to dupe it. There we go. And go ahead and throw these here. Because we're going to be taking some of these off for landing gears, or we can, you know, elongate our ship. Whatever needs to be done. But for now, let's just go ahead and throw these down because it's way easier to do it this way. Because we want to reach our theoretical jump limit, so we're just going to keep putting these down until we reach 2 errors. And then we'll go from there. So, you may think, oh wow, well, you know, I've got enough, you know, cargo space here, 5,600 cargo space. No, that's not enough. It's really, really not. And oh look, I can slide one right in there. Isn't that nice? Slide one right in there. That's why this design is so sleek and so nice. Still 1 error. So we can go up, and to go up, you simply do this. You add a layer there, and then you add more storage there. That's one way to do it. But we could also fit cargo on the bottom by whoa, game. Why did it switch off? By doing these 100 cm ballast cargo holds. These things clip on the bottoms, and we got a lot of bottoms for clipping. So, let's see, go ahead and clip one there. And again, we can just fill, you know, if you want to make it symmetrical, you can. So let's maybe do that. So put one there. Okay, 2 errors. Now we have ship is too heavy to grab jump. All right. So that sucks. But that's when we start doing the landing gears, and you know, some people like their landing gears to be even. I kind of do. I'm, you know, partial to that. Go ahead and remove 1 on each side here. And then we're going to dupe this one. Dupe this one. There we go. We still have too few landing gears. That's fine. That's fine. That's why we're making it symmetrical. And dupe that one. Dupe this one. There we go. Now we don't have, you know, we have enough landing gears, and our weight is still good. So why don't we continue adding these cargoes now? Just filling up the bottoms. There we go. Oh, wrong one, wrong one. And again. And again. Nope, wrong thing. It's a little glitchy. There we go. So again, no weight limit here. No. Oh, there we go. So that's the limit. Can't exactly make it even. Well, maybe we can. We can delete that one. We can delete that one. And, you know, just put one right there, I guess. There we go. Because if we put another one down, boom, 2 errors, right? We get it's too heavy to grab jump, so that means that's it. That's all we can carry right now. Ship has too few landing gears. Again, it's not going to make a diff. So let's just go ahead and remove that one. And then there we go. Our storage ship is done, and it cost 42.7 thousand. And this will let us store 6.4 thousand cargo. It doesn't look too bad either. Again, you're never ever flying this. And let's go ahead and finalize this here. And that's okay. Exit. That's how we do it. Accept. All right. That is our storage ship. So here's how it works. And you'll notice right now that if I open my inventory and I go to the razor leaf here and I go to cargo hold, that we have more mass than we have carry weight. So when you're in space and you kill a spaceship, you can loot from your spaceship, but without space in your cargo hold, you won't be able to carry anything. So what you do during space battles, once you've cleaned everything up, you stand up out of your chair. You go to, you know, you open your ship inventory, you go to your inventory, cargo hold, and then inventory. Well, you make sure that you're in your ship's inventory, and then you take everything out. So I can just hit the take all button. There we go. This over encumbers me. There is now nothing in the cargo hold at all, right? On the razor leaf. Or technically, it doesn't matter what ship you have summoned because you just have a cargo hold in general. Now, it's all on my character here. You can see I'm way overweight. That's fine because we're in town. We're going to talk to this guy. And we're going to do view and modify ships. Sure. And then you can do this on your outposts in any town. You're going to switch to the frontier, make it your home ship. There we go. It is now the home ship, so we can turn around and it's just suddenly there. How did that happen, right? And we have cargo hold for days. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to the ship inventory now by going to cargo hold. And then And there's just some generic stuff in here, 25 or pounds worth, whatever, kilograms. But we're gonna store all the junk that you know, we don't want to carry because we're overweight. So we go to MISC and we just store everything there. Whoops, I put away some armor apparently. Well, don't do that. Don't click too fast. You'll unequip all your good stuff. Resources, that's the heavy stuff. This is normally what you're gonna use all that cargo space for, especially when you are dealing with outpost building and management. When you have 999 aluminums you need to transport. That's why you want a big ship. That's how you get the real XP in this game and the real money. And then, you know, anything else that you don't plan to use, like equipment, like I don't need that stuff, you know, and weapons that I don't plan to use, like, I don't know, this calibrated solstice, I don't really care. Like, I don't need any of those guns. You get the idea, right? You're gonna put it all in your ship. And if we look now at the cargo hold, 405 out of 6,470, so we can go to item shops and we can just fill this up full of resources and whatever else we need to build our outposts, or just store things in general. Now, when I swap back, you'll notice that when I swap back ships, that, you know, it swaps the cargo hold with it, right? So we're going to go again, and we're going to make the Razor Leaf our home ship, because that's what we want to fly around with, is the Mantis, the Razor Leaf. So there it is, it's back again behind us, you know, like it never happened. And of course, if we go to the cargo hold, it's now overburdened. Where's the cargo hold? Yeah, 402 out of 360. That's fine. And hopefully this makes sense to you. Hopefully I'm explaining it correctly. Because what you want to do is, you don't want your character to be overweight. If your character is overweight, you can't fast travel until you're in your ship. But if you're in your ship and you're doing space battles and your cargo hold is full, you can't loot from your ship. You can't loot exploded ships. So you move the cargo hold to your character. It doesn't matter if it's... Like, your character can hold 6,000 pounds, no problem, right? It's just... and you're in your ship, so you can fast travel around using the ship. And then when you land down on your outpost, you swap to your mule ship if you need to pick up 6,000 aluminums from your outposts. Whereas, if this ship here can only carry 400, then you can't stack that many aluminums without losing your power to fast travel. That's why these are the only two ships you ever need in the game. This ship will kill everything in the game, assuming you fly it right, and the storage ship, as you get better reactors, you build up to it. You can scale it vertically, you can scale it horizontally, you can scale it infinitely for as much cargo as you want. A lot of people that do very end-game outpost building, they have ships with 20,000 cargo, so they land in one ship or one planet, they gather all of it in aluminum, they land at another place, deposit it all into an outpost, and outposts can have landing pads, so you don't have to fly the ship. You just fly your good ship, and then you switch it at the landing pad. It's real simple stuff. Anyway, that's the video. I know it was kind of long and drawn out, but I really wanted to nail in the points that these are the two best and only necessary ships you'll ever need in the game. Yes, if you want to play, you know, like some big Star Destroyer mega super capital ship with a million miniguns and a bunch of missile launchers, you're free to do that. Or you can just stay out of range and use your your infinite, you know, laser beam cannons here and just kill everything in the game easy peasy. And oh, I forgot to mention before we end the video, the whole reason to do this, the entire point of teaching you how to do all of this stuff, is so that you can go to the high in-game level zones right here at the very right side of the map, and like you would go here, and I can't open it on this save, but when you zoom in, you find a habitable planet with, you know, fauna and flora, and then you go into one of the randomly spawned buildings that will have enemy, you know, gang members, spacers. It might have the Eclipse people. It might have some other faction in there. You kill them all. You loot everything. All of those armors and guns that you will be looting will be level 75 plus, meaning they have the best mods, the best rolls, the highest damage, the highest defense. Even better than my, you know, starter video with the Mantis armor and the advanced mag shear. Like, yeah, this gun is a beast and it deals tons of damage, but you can find an even better one in those zones with more mods than this. But this gun will kill the level 75 zone, no problem, right? It's just that the ammo is expensive, whereas you can get a Grendel that does even more damage than this at the in-game zones. So that's why you want to go there. And yeah, it may seem like a little bit of work to get these ships built and set up, but once you do it, it's you're free to explore the entire galaxy at this point. Nothing can stop you. You're basically, you've won the game. And it's all conveniently packed in a nice package with max stats. There you go. I'm Soul Benji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Please subscribe. I'm so close to 100,000 subs. It would be an honor for you Starfield bros to get me there. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. It's all I've got going in my life. I have no friends. I have no social life. I don't do anything except play video games. So you can always unsubscribe later. I don't know, man. I read every comment. I may not respond if I've answered them up like the same questions a million times over. A lot of people want to know, you know, that watched my other video about the mag shear, why it's not advanced. You gotta play on a higher difficulty and load your game until it is advanced. That's simple. But thank you so much again. On the right side of your screen is a video you should absolutely click. If you don't click it, then Todd Howard's gonna patch everything in this video and you'll be stuck in the low level zones for weeks until you get, you know, find another way to get there.